What up, guys, and welcome to our dual check-in mukbang. Yeah. Mukbang dual check-in edition.
It was a Q&A. That's the whole...
Oh, and Q&A.
Yeah. Alright, so today what we're going to be eating are these chicken skewers. These are from Aldi, and all we did was, they come pre-marinated. We just whacked them on the pan, and then we have about 150 grams worth of salad with this Chang's, what is it? Noodle dressing.
Asian noodle dressing.
Yeah, really
fried
delicious.
Noodle dressing or whatever. And that's it. Fucking may not look appetizing to you guys, but anything fucking looks good.
We're really
and I'm
hungry.
starving at the moment.
Yeah.
This is my first mukbang. I don't really watch mukbangs, but you know what?
I've been watching mukbangs a lot, obviously just because I'm really hungry. But
Yeah, this dressing is pretty bomb. So what are we talking about today?
so we're going to be doing the Q&A.
Let's do our check-ins first. Let them know what's going on.
Okay.
Weekly average for me. Let's check that. Oh, you know what yours is?
So, my weekly average this week is still 64.5, but I managed to hit the 63.9 kilogram mark today. So I managed to break through the 63. So that definitely feels really good.
That chicken's really good.
It is good, huh?
For me, my weekly average was 64.9 again. I didn't actually drop anything at all, which is really weird. Like, I was expecting like a 0.1 or like a small deviation, but I was 0.000 on the dot. And I still need to drop about like 3 kilos before competition, and we have only about like 4 weeks now, realistically, if we don't include peak week, because that doesn't really count. So that's a bit of a worry. We're not too sure what to do at the moment. I think Wes is just seeing how the week goes. And then if I don't drop, I don't know. It's his call. We'll see how it goes. But that's really about it. So my weight has been dropping, and it's slightly been increasing this week as well. So it's a bit of a worry. Not too sure what's happening with my body at the moment, but I don't know. If I can just have to ride the boat and see how it goes. But yeah.
I know we're going to drop. He's going to drop. So there's nothing to worry about. I know that there's nothing to worry about. What I want to do is just keep him consistent, refeed him, and then after that refeed, I know he's just going to drop. So, but Lee's stressing.
I'm stressing because it's Canberra and I want to impress everybody.
Do you know what I'm worried about?
What?
Having salad stuck in my teeth as
Oh,
we're
yeah.
talking.
I've been slightly picking at it because I know they're stuck in my teeth.
Like, maybe salad was a bad idea.
We got so many questions. We might not even be able to answer all of it. We didn't get that many questions. But hey, we got questions. That's all that matters.
I was surprised that we got any at all.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting it to be like super cringe, like no one fucking asks us anything at all, and we'd be like a short video. We've got some questions. Just kidding, we got none. That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I was
that's what
legit
expecting.
expecting to do this Q&A and be like, alright, so we got no questions. See ya. But yeah, we got some questions. We got some decent ones. We got some silly ones as well.
Obviously.
But yeah.
So
should we just start?
All right. So first question, Scott asks, which comp am I doing, Lee? Well, for both of us, pretty much.
That's the one where he asked you in the picture.
In the picture, yeah. I could have answered it straight away, but we needed questions, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just save it for this. What are we doing with ICN Season A? So that's the Canberra and Country titles. End of March. Busy season this season. Usually Season B is a lot busier because it's around the time of the Olympia. But this time around, I think because they changed the venues and all that, it's going to be a pretty busy competition, surprisingly.
There's so many people. Usually Season Season B is the more, packed one. It's where everyone tries to go for. But for some reason, this year round, there's just so many people. So I'm really excited.
Same.
I'm really excited to see everyone and just be there in the environment. But what other comps are you doing?
Oh, so after Canberra, unfortunately, everyone finishes. So 6 weeks up is after that, they're all done. They can do whatever they want. I've got another 7 weeks on top of that because I am planning to do nationals, which is in Sydney, and then a week after that, if I qualify, which I think is just top 5 or top 3 or whatever, then I can do the world competition, which is in Korea, and I just want to fucking go to Korea, man. Like, just the food, the girls.
We're gonna do, because we're gonna go to Korea together,
Yeah.
and we're gonna do things like this, but like eat more delicious Korean foods.
Uh-huh. Next question. Brendan, how's your day? Thanks for asking that, but I don't know, our days have been fucking grindy as usual, I guess. I've been feeling, I don't know, especially this week, for some reason, I've been feeling heavier, like super sluggish, more than usual, which is really weird, considering that I haven't been actually dropping weight or anything like that. So I'm not too sure why that is happening at all.
Because you're low body fat.
Well,
You've been in a deficit for an extended period of time. You're still training. You know? Your body's just undergoing a lot of shit. Stress.
But yeah, as for today specifically, pretty happy because this tastes pretty good. And then, so Ashton asked, how did you get your peach emoticon so big? I guess that's a good question.
That's a good question.
If you looked at my past competition, I didn't really have any glutes at all. I don't know, to be honest. I think it was just like a mixture of heavy squats and just heavy hip thrusts, to be honest. Girls,
So, no.
heavy squats and heavy hip thrusts.
I know exactly why. So Lee's work ethic when it comes to the gym, he's a very lazy person. But when he's in the gym, he actually really, really pushes it. And he does things, you know, your big compounds like your deadlifts, he does your squats, and also, most importantly, the hip thrusts as well. And those hip thrusts, you actually went up quite a lot.
They're pretty
of weight.
heavy. I've been doing like 180, I think, for like 10 lately. And
That's
different
heavy.
variations.
That's really heavy, and you know that all contributes. But also, the great thing about doing the hip thrust is it has a transfer into your deadlift, so you're able to get your deadlift up even heavier. Glutes is by far the thing that progressed the most.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
What about your glutes, Wes?
My glutes, like, so I hold a lot of body fat in my glutes, and since getting lean, like, yeah, my glutes are gone.
It's gone. Alright. So, Cheyenne, you still single, Lee? Yes. And it will be like that for a while. We were talking about this the other day. My libido is just fucking gone. I just don't have a libido anymore. And how do I say this? Because I know my family members will watch without them. Very subtly. I haven't...
Nah, so this is what Lee said to me the other day. He goes, you know what? I haven't had a wank since 2018. And I was like, fuck, really? Like, that's full on. And, yeah.
It's been rough. And so, we'll be seeing it for a while. But to be honest, like, as much as I don't have a libido, it was fucking hilarious. Like, looking at all these food videos and, like, just seeing food in general for some reason. That's the thing that gets me going. Like, I get this, like, weird tingle down there. And I'm like, whoa! Look at this, like, fucking corn cheese chicken or some shit like that. It was real weird. But, I don't know. I'm single, and I guess I'll be single for a while.
I think Lee's going to be single for a long time. He doesn't show any interest in girls.
Yeah,
even before this prep, I'm telling you.
But I'm not going.
He's not... No. I don't know. He's too involved, like, with games and shit. He just loves his games.
Let's make the most of it, I guess. Like, Because I know you'll be reliant and dependent on someone for like more than 3/4 of your life. So it's like you only got a quarter or even less to be by yourself. Might as well make the most of it. I like playing games. Like I'm not really fussed about partying or anything like that. And then so if I know I do get a girlfriend, I will have to sacrifice some of that time.
Yes.
That's the way I see things, really. I don't know. Each to their own, I guess. Lemma, she asked, what made you guys want to compete? Do you want to go first, Wes?
Well, I felt like I had to compete, number one, because I was putting people into competition without having experienced it myself, which is, in my mind, that's kind of backwards. But also, I've always wanted to compete since I started training, since I, achieved a somewhat, decent physique. I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I want to do that. That's my reason. But going through this, I don't think I want
Honestly,
to do
like,
it again.
I don't really know why we do this. And some people just enjoy it. Like, they enjoy training. They always look forward to training. They love the process.
They go through it back to back. Like, that's what I can't, like...
But
this has
I
been
don't
so
know how people
tough.
can do it.
I'm just like, when I look at those, like other people that compete back to back, again and again, and it's like, fuck, like that's rough. I don't like being hungry. I think that's main. But yeah, why did you compete the first time?
Mainly it was because of peer pressure. But I don't know. I think if I could skip that entire build up towards the competition and just jump straight on stage and look good, I would honestly love it. And I think that's what, kind of wants me to do it again, because being on that stage, I think, because you haven't experienced it yet, obviously, Wes, but I think once you get up on that stage and you have that adrenaline rush and everything, it's like, fuck, this is super fun. Like, you feel like you've achieved something. And I've always wanted to compete as well. I never thought I'd just do it this early on, but I think it's just like everyone's goal, It's like a achievement for everyone. It's like, well, look what I've been able to do for these past years of training. And I think it's just a nice goal to work towards, because, like, especially if you're cutting, you tell yourself you're going to cut, but you never really cut. But if you have a deadline and
If you say you're competing,
you risk embarrassment on stage if you're not actually cut, then it gives you a good goal to work towards too, I reckon. And I think that's why I competed. And also because maybe I did win a few comps, and that kind of just like drove my ego up there, and it's like, fuck it, let's keep doing it. But I definitely need a break. I think 5 years after this comp, or after this season, it's just, I'm going to take a break from it. Just because, I mean, like, I feel like you don't have to enjoy it to do it. I mean, like, I enjoy it on stage, but like, the process leading up to it, I wouldn't say it's enjoyable. But I do still want to compete. It's just something that I will always want to do as a hobby, just to keep fit and everything like that throughout my entire life.
Plus, Lee has the physique for it. Like, when I first picked up Lee to coach him, and he started to get a little bit lean, I was like, holy shit, I think you got a bodybuilder's body, dude. And then, that's when it came about. I was like, you have to compete.
Peer pressure, like heaps of peer pressure.
Like, what did I say? I can't even remember.
Every time you saw me, it's like, oh, so we need to compete.
Oh yeah, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it, you're doing it. And then we just signed you up, didn't we?
Pretty much. But this comp has definitely been a lot harder than the last competition. I feel like I'm always on edge. Like, at any moment right now, I could just have like a mental breakdown and then just start binging, or even just like break down in tears. Like, I feel like I'm just on that edge. Like, if anything pushes me slightly, I could just break down like that. And it's real weird, and it's just rough, very rough.
It's rough. I know what you mean.
Like, anything could just trigger that, and it's like I'm done.
I could probably start crying right now.
And then I just quit. Like, I'm done. I'm dropping out. Like, that's it. Like, the smallest thing could just trigger that, and it's just very, very tough at the moment. And you only got 6 weeks. I got a fucking 12 weeks.
Yeah, I don't envy
and all
you.
that,
I don't envy you. Like, even if I placed, top 3, 4, 5, whatever, in ACT, there's no way I'm doing nationals because I just don't want to keep doing this. Like, I want to eat. I'm hungry. In all honesty, like yeah, having your abs and stuff is
Not fucking worth it.
it's not worth it.
No, I mean, like, you can get abs. I mean, look at, like, fucking 16 weeks in. I reckon I was pretty happy with, like, abs and, still decent calories.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to get to
Stage ready
conditioning and feel good. Like, we just want to make more mukbangs. This is actually pretty fun. Like, if we can do more of this with better food.
With abs.
With abs. Make it a career. Oh my god. That'd be the dream. Anyways, moving on. Too emotional. Too sentimental.
About to start crying.
Nick Anthony. Who's got a bigger pee-pee? I think I've got the smaller one. Mine's about 2 inches. Wes is like 2.3. Last time I checked.
No, 2.1.
No, 2.1. Oh, okay. Well, his is bigger. You can't do much. I mean, he's half Asian. That's why he's bigger. I am full Asian. Rax asked, for someone who does not have access to a gym, are similar results possible? Yes. Not really.
No.
I mean, like, you're not gonna have muscle when you do cut. Like, that's what people don't understand. Like, people say, like, they've only been training for, like, a year, and then they're like, oh, I'm gonna start my diet and shit like that. But it's like, you've been training for a year, and you've hardly put on any muscle at all, or you haven't built that foundation, and then you're gonna cut. It's like, where's that muscle gonna go? Like, you're gonna end up cutting and be super skinny, and you're gonna be back to square one. You really need to just give yourself that extra time. And so if you don't even go to the gym, like, and you want to achieve similar results, like, where is that muscle going to come from? Like, it's pretty much non-existent.
So, do you reckon that question is like, can you, for example, do
a bodybuilding competition?
Can you achieve similar results just maybe at home exercises? Because if that's the question, then no.
Not in terms of size, but in terms of weight loss, sure.
Losing body fat is calorie deficit.
And that's it.
That's it.
No keto, no if it fits your macros, no nutritional cleansing, or anything like that.
Just a calorie deficit. But yeah, no, I always recommend to my clients, like, if you can get a gym membership, because you are going to be able to progress so much better. Progressive overload, you're going to be able to increase the weight that you lift over time, that kind of stuff, and that will lead to building size.
Henrik asked, how come Lee's so beautiful? I don't know. I think I was just born that way.
What about me?
You're just too old now, Wes.
Just not in with it.
Thanks, Henrik. Al Greg asked, what are some negative health implications of dieting down to an unhealthy body fat?
Libido.
Yeah, libido. But I guess Wes can answer that. My intellectual lingos might be too complicated for all you guys to understand that answer.
Physically, I wouldn't say there's a lot unless you were to stay in that low body fat for a long time. But I would say the negative health... Negative health...
implication.
I reckon the negative health implications, as you worded it, would come down to the mentality, people's mentality. So when you achieve conditioning and you get this physique that you've always wanted and you are really happy with, sometimes letting go can be really, really difficult. And I've actually seen this, quite a few times with some of my clients and other people that compete. And they end up forming this bad relationship with food and with their own body image. So that's definitely, I think, the biggest one, all in the mental. Would you agree?
Yeah. All in all, I don't think this is a healthy sport at all, for sure. Especially if you're competing, a lot of people who come out of competition fall into like an eating disorder. I, for one, did as well. I got into like a binging disorder for like the next 3 weeks after competition, and like the amount of water I put on my face just got real puffy and like watery. And I see it in so many other like athletes as well. They just let themselves go, and I think it's rough. And especially you won't get a good relationship with food. And even when you're bulking, like when you have to eat so many calories, you get turned off by looking at food as well. Like I know that's happened to like a lot of people. I was starting to feel that as well. And I was only on 3,000 calories. So like people who are on like 4,000, 5,000 a day, it's just, I don't know how you guys do that. Definitely, yeah. I wouldn't stay at such a low body fat percentage because it does affect you mentally and everything as well, physically. You don't need to. I mean, like a 10% body fat, 8% body fat
For women,
is good, I guess.
for women, they can lose their menstrual cycle. That's extremely common to see with bikini competitors or like, you know, female competitors, I should say. So that's pretty bad, you know. What else? That's it, really.
Yeah. Just don't do it.
Just get like beach ready. That's all you need.
Or be happy with the body you got. We're never happy. That's another thing. We're never happy with the body we have. Putra, what do you do to beat cravings when prepping? How do you cope with temptations? Well, Wesley doesn't.
I don't deal with it.
I don't know, for me, I think it's just the experience of that last competition that I'm now able to kind of suppress my cravings and appetites. I don't really have.
Do you do anything in particular?
Not really. I think Jeff Nippard did come up with a point. There's two types of people. Basically, there's the people who, when they do get cravings, they'll have a bite and then that kind of just satiates their cravings and they don't crave it anymore. But then there's also the type of people who do have a bite and they're like, fuck, I can't stop.
That's me.
And they keep binging it. So you got to identify the type of person you are. If you are that type of person who has a bite and just then can't control themselves, then you should definitely not have a bite in the first place.
Or even have it
just
available.
Just
like,
don't have anything sweet or anything available to you like that.
Like, I know it's a tradition for a lot of competitors to like kind of build up their, I guess, arsenal of chocolates and lollies and stuff over the time that they compete, and they just end up building like a massive pile, and that, you know, that they eat at the end of the comp. But I can't do that because if it's in my house, I will eat it. So I think, yeah, definitely, as Lee said, identify the type of person that you are. If you can cope with it being around or you can't. But I have some tips to like, I don't know, it's not really to help with... I think the best tip that I can give to helping with cravings is to make sure that you are kept reasonably full. And I know that during comp, your calories get so low and your body fat gets so low to the point where you never feel full. But you can do things like making sure before every time you eat, drink a big glass of water, you know, so you've got that, you fill your stomach up, that kind of stuff. Do you have any tips like that?
Yeah, that's a good one actually. I think my tip is, especially for this time around, always keep busy. If you're busy, you get to take your mind off food.
Busy. Absolutely, that's a really good one.
For me, I've scheduled my routine, if you guys watched my last video, so that once I finish gymming, it places me around lunchtime so I can have my first meal. And then in between each meal, I've only got like about an hour and a half to do whatever I want, and then I'm always making my next meal. And then, so that way I'm always doing something and I can take my mind off things. And even if it's just making food, I haven't even made it yet, so I'm still making it. And then I get to eat it. And it's just smaller meals, but I'm constantly full throughout that entire period. And then if I don't get hungry, then, you know, it's kind of better because all my calories are near the end of the night and I can just have this massive meal that fills me up and it kind of helps me sleep as well.
I've got another really good one, and that is if you are at a point where, say for example, you're waiting for your next meal and you've got nothing to really do, you're not busy, the best thing that you can do is like go for a walk, for example. Like I've been doing that a lot when I'm waiting. So when I'm waiting for my last meal, which is at 8 p.m., that's usually the time when I'm like, fuck, I'm so hungry. So what I do is I go outside and I actually get active and I take my mind away from, being in this place and kind of, just stay active, be busy.
Being busy. That's also why like I play a lot of games as well. It helps pass the time. If you're always focusing on something else, either I'm editing videos or playing games, and like 2 hours just goes just like that. Especially if you're doing those kind of things. So definitely keep busy. That's the best advice like we can really just give you, because if you think about food, that's when your cravings and temptations will.
Don't watch mukbang.
Yeah, don't watch mukbang. Don't watch this. Even though it's just try to keep your mind off food or good-looking, tasting food. I don't fucking know, man. Like, it's been hard, and it will get rough. You will have those cravings. You will have those temptations.
Regardless, you're going to feel hungry.
I think just how you approach it, how you stay busy,
and also coming to terms with it. Like just going, okay, I'm hungry, and I'm going to be hungry. That's helped me as well.
A lot of questions.
That was good.
Yeah, thanks guys. And look, we've conveniently finished our food in time as well.
And we took it slow. Usually I'd smash this down.
Yeah, I finished before you actually.
Yeah.
This time around. Usually Wes just scoffs it and like...
I smash my food.
I'm usually the one that's to finish last,
This was good.
That was good food, thanks for that.
That's
Wes
fine.
was on that, cooked that for me. Usually I'd have like my eggs in the morning and omelette. I don't know, it's a bit weird. Do you guys... Is this lactose intolerant? So every time I eat too many eggs, I get a headache.
I don't know why you get a headache.
Like if I eat too much cheese or eggs, my head just starts being... I get a headache. But it doesn't happen with ice cream. I can eat ice cream to the end of the day, like end of the world, but like eggs and cheese, it just gives me a headache if I eat too much of it. Is that...
Maybe something to do with like the cholesterol. Didn't you have cholesterol problems?
It was high blood pressure.
Oh, that's
In my first year of training, I gained like 20 kilos. So I went from like 53 to 80 kilos. And the doctor was like, you gotta slow down because your blood pressure is getting pretty high. I'm like, true. But that's how I built that foundation. Like, fuck abs, man. Like, first year of training, just put on as much weight as you can. Maybe not that fast. And train smart. Train smarter than I did anyways.
Train smart.
But yeah.
Eat in a surplus.
Yeah.
Don't get heaps fat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mine was like a dirty bulk. Don't get high blood pressure.
Don't give people bad information.
Okay, just forget about what I said just before. But anyways, yeah,
Cool.
that was it.
That was it.
That was fun. Mukbang. Guys, you can expect more of this.
If
This is
actually
fun.
comment down below if this is something that you enjoyed. Actually, we don't care because we're gonna do it.
We're gonna
anyways.
fucking do it anyways. Like, if you dislike this video, like, fuck you. You know, don't dislike the video, but we're gonna post, whatever we feel like. If you guys enjoy it, thank you. If you guys don't enjoy it, enjoy it.
We're almost at 100 subscribers too.
Hey, how exciting!
That's
like,
pretty exciting.
I think it's good because we're actually consistent with our videos now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've kind of dragged this on for too long.
Okay.
Subscribe,
Like the video.
Like the video if you like the video. Thanks for supporting us. We'll see you next week with our next check-ins, and that's it. Catch you guys.
See you later.
Later.